Morning, hope you're all keeping well. Yeah, just a quick one about the tensions between Indians and Pakistanis down in the UK, in Leicester, as well as in other areas at the moment, going as far as Birmingham apparently. So Peter Salisbury is the person who is the mayor down in Leicester. Apparently, as per him, is in terms of what he is saying, it's very, very false information that comes online through social media that has actually led to what it has. It obviously built up a sort of an issue throughout the UK. By far, it's just in Leicester, Birmingham going on. It seems like the people of RSS are involved more or less. Initially started with sometime in August, apparently, with the cricket game that's happening, the Asia Cup match that was happening between India and Pakistan. We understand the one match, the first match India won, the second match Pakistan won, which kicked India out once Pakistan defeated Afghanistan as well from the Asia Cup. The tension started rising according to them around that time. At some point, this is obviously according to the police and according to the newspaper Guardian as well. They mentioned about it, saying that the reason could have been very simple. The Indians have initially attacked someone who was not Pakistani, but someone who was Sikh apparently. And once that individual got attacked, what was happening is obviously it was just the nature of where it was leading to. The problem was obviously initially they did not know that it was Sikh, which was obviously Pakistani people who weren't aware it was Sikh people. Turns out there was kind of more to that than just that. So they got involved in other things, whereas going down, passing by a certain road, Greenstreet or something like that, Green Road or Green Street down the road, and they started doing these slogans of "Hey Lord Ram," and then what that led to is sort of another unreasonable, but let's say another issue, let's say, for the sake of understanding, it led to another thing that has actually come up with an ideal thought that it could have been, by the nature of thought, it could have been, Indians attacking Pakistanis. It obviously was targeting Pakistanis. It led to serious unrest, and they were trying to taunt and obviously kind of threaten Pakistani people down the road. Now this road is a service road, obviously. If you want to have a look at it, it is a service road. So obviously there's a lot of industries, a lot of people from different industries were involved in there. They are running business as usual, let's say, and a group of people suddenly pops in with a particular nature or particular flag up supporting BJP. Obviously BJP is the one in power in India. BJP is the one in power in India that's actually having severe unrest that the world doesn't want to talk about. There is a lot going on at the moment in India that the world doesn't want to talk about, and that is the problem, because unless or until you point out, that you address what the major issue is throughout the globe, you're not going to get it right. That's what's happening. They're not getting it right. And see, the continuation of this is one thing led to the other, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and so on. So unrest continued. 15 people have been arrested apparently till this morning. Obviously they are trying to work out who is involved, who is not, what was happening, why was it happening, all that sort of stuff, but they don't tend to realize they're actually not recognizing the fact that what's happening in India is actually affecting the UK, because people are tending to follow the root cause of it, and the root cause of it is obviously BJP. When they're selling beef abroad, if you look at statistics, you will find a statistic that says India is number 4 last year selling beef abroad. So when India is selling beef abroad, outside the UK, exporting it, but they've got issue as Modi government has got issue in Muslims having it, Christians having it, or Sikhs having it, or anyone else who is having cows or beef for the meat, they have an issue with that. It's precisely very important to understand this part, because unless you understand that, it's going to be very difficult for you to go forward from here. If beef is so important to the Modi government, why is it getting exported? And as Hindu, if you want to actually question yourself in some serious facts here. Beef is getting sold abroad so much that India has come number 4 globally out of 200 odd countries. That gives away a lot of potential of why it's happening. Because they want to just divide and rule. They want to do divisions between 2 different religions on purpose, so they can actually get what they want from it. So they want to kill Muslims, Sikhs, basically anyone else who's eating cows, Christians, let's say, right? So anyone else who's eating cows, or anyone else eating beef, they want to kill as many people of them as possible, so they can have monopoly down in India and abroad. They want to create a culture of disruption, a conflict area, a conflict location, let's say, where things are really, really, really intensely bad. Let's going down 2 years down the line, back down 2 years. Let's go back 2 years. Do we forget about the nature of India when they have removed Kashmir from its human rights? That is where it started from, and now it's leading to the point where the whole world is recognizing there's an issue coming up. Well, let's say UK is recognizing there's an issue coming up, and I personally believe this won't be the end of it. There's a lot more to that than just that, because obviously the nature of this is going to go abroad even more, unless or until it gets targeted the way it should have been from the get-go. Indian media, however, this is the point I've got to make, very, very, very important point here. Indian media, however, is blaming Pakistanis for doing something the Pakistanis have not done, such as Hindu Times is saying, it's Pakistanis who are doing this, that, the other. Actually, it's Pakistanis who are actually doing Allahu Akbar slogans, when the Guardian newspaper in the UK is saying, no, it's not. It's actually Hello Ram. So Hello Ram is definitely a slogan from Hindus, not from Pakistanis. So it's bizarre. It's a lie, obviously. But then again, media is almost sold out, as we know. So I'm not going to justify any particular media. So there's obviously they all are corrupt as Arnab Goswami is. I'm pretty sure you know about it. I've stopped watching Arnab Goswami's words since he talked about Taliban's involvement from Pakistan with the Pakistani minister, who actually been pointed out, showed him that he lied about the 5 floors, and there was only 2 floors of that building back then. So it is obviously it is very sad to know that we've been lied to over and over and over again over a period of time, that we don't even know about the facts, because obviously the media doesn't want to come up with the truth to us, telling us the reality, telling us the facts as they are. Consequences obviously go beyond the boundaries of a country, and that's where the global issue comes in. We need to really address racism in every sort of form, whether it's against Islamophobes, with Islamophobes, or whether it is against Christians or Jews, or I'm talking about every sort of nature. Literally, we have to target every individual the way they come across. We have to, and I have to really address this. We have to literally push to the point where there is none left. There is always going to be that silver lining. We need to be able to achieve our targeted global peace. That is what the world should stand for. That is what the UK should stand for. Saying again, my thoughts, I was thinking about this before. The UK is where it has to start, if anywhere. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how it works. they know what to do. So if it starts from anywhere, it starts from the UK. Because if it won't be here, it won't be anywhere else. So my total impression would be, if there would be any chance of any peace, if there would be any chance of any right ownership of who is guilty in this crime, clearly it has to be the UK that has to start this. I wonder how clearly this would go across, or how not clear it would be for the other side of the people to understand this. I'm not against any particular race, I'm not against any particular religion, I'm not against any particular party in the UK or abroad. What I'm against is the way that things are running. Shouldn't be running anymore like that. Things have to change. They have to make decisions in the right direction to get it right once and for all. And just because that's not happening, that's what I'm against. I want to make sure that, as per my thought, UK has to be one of the most precise locations that can give justice to people who have been treated wrongly and unfairly, no matter what the card they're going to play, race, religion, whatever it is. That's all. Thank you for now.